What are the steps to discovering your purpose?
If we're talking about discovering one's purpose, one of the major steps, which I count as number one, is to give your life fully to God. The Bible speaking in Proverbs chapter 19 and in verse 32 to 33 thereabout, it says that many is the counsel in the man's heart. He said, but only the purpose of God will stand. Why somebody can be doing a lot of things and they don't work, or they seem as though everything is just becoming, nullified, is because you've not given your life fully to God. You've not given your life to the assignment of that God who created you. Because the best person to teach you or to tell you how to go or how to make use of your life is the one who has created you. The manufacturer always have the manuscript and always have the best description for the product, and that is who God is. So first, give your life to God and serve Him with your life and your purpose.
After giving your life to Christ, so what next?
Okay, after you've given your life to Christ, not just confession of salvation now, you go further to learning to serve even from where you are. See, a lot of persons do not serve from where they are. It's not all the time, and it's not everybody that will hear like God told Moses, okay, or God told Abraham that get thee to so place. So you might not be one of such person that might receive that instruction in, let me say, in that direct and audible form. One of the way that you can receive such is also by what? Start serving from where you are. You see, in the place of service is where we are serviced. You get it now? To be able to service. Yes. So we are serviced in the place of service to be able to what? To serve. And that is what is very important, because a lot of persons just want to be like, okay, God, where is my own space? Where is my this? It's good. But sometimes you might have been there already. It might be just your place. It's just that not all of us will pioneer something. Not all of us will start something new. But many of us, our assignment is already in the assignment of others. You see that now. So it's not all the time that all of us will be pioneers or will start something. Yeah. And the earlier we find out, the better. So that is another thing. For instance, Aaron served under the ministry of Moses. Joshua started service under the ministry of Moses. He didn't end there. You get it now? So it doesn't mean that the fact that you've been in a ministry, you've been with a business personnel and all of that, it doesn't mean that is where you might not end there. It might not be where you'll be all the time, but you will learn here, because Joshua learned the ways of God. You get it now? Yes. Through the life of Moses. And eventually that became very important in his own life. You get it now? Yes. To his word. You get it? And when it was time for him, same thing with Elisha to Elijah, all of that. So I see it as a means of mentorship. It's not really service. It's just a mentorship that you didn't even pay for. Yes. That is given to you for free, because most of the time you didn't pay to be there. And so why not? Another way that I also know that one can
that's the third step.
Yes, the third step now. Thank you. The third step that one can also serve, get to discover their purpose, is also to develop intimacy with God. You see, intimacy with God is not just for pastors. It's not just for ministers of the gospel and the rest. No, intimacy with God is, another word for it is good relationship with God. You see, the Bible speaking in the book of Matthew, Jesus himself speaking, he said, my sheep know my voice. You see that? Why is it that sheep, the same thing with aboki we see on the road, they have way that they communicate to their cows and their sheep and their animals without even eating them with sticks. Another way, the only way that somebody might know, I and you might know, is just use stick or stone them, they will leave the place. No, but they know when they want it to run, when they want the sheep to do this. Why? Because they are so close to them.
Yes.
In fact, it's funny. Many years ago, maybe about 10 years thereabout, I found out that one of them have name. They have name that they give to the cows. And so they mentioned a name that's very, that sounds familiar to me. Yes. That means the animal now, you can say the same thing and they will not answer you. You can shout the same way, you can do whatever it is. But the one that owns the fold, you get it now, will come and speak to them. And they will understand, because the voice is familiar. You get it? Jesus said, he said the voice of the stranger, they will not follow. Yes, so that is it. Another way is also to do the will of God. You see, that's the next step, to do the will of God. Doing the will of God does not really means, does not, I don't think it's hard to do the will of God. It is not. Many people think it's rocket science, you have to just join all manner of things together for you to know the will of God. No, the will of God always glare at us. The will of God, in terms of, you just find what is good. You see, the scripture says, whatever things are pure, whatever things are just, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, you say, yes. So the will of God does not really mean for somebody to do something that is hard. No, but you know how to do business better. You know how to address people better when you do the will of God. For instance, you know that you don't need to lie. In all of that, your purpose is not far from it. And let me tell you, even if you will now receive maybe a personal kind of instruction from God that do these particular things for me, you will see that it will not still be different from what you've been doing before, because they'll be encapsulated in all this truth. You get it now? For instance, living a life of purity, being diligent, and all of that. You will see that is also where your purpose will be. God will never come to you and tell you, okay, so I want you to be somebody that deceives others. This is, I want you to do this business, deceive others. You get it now? So it will not even be hard for you to be deployed and to fit into your assignment if you are doing the will of God, by seeing the things that are very glaring at you. Okay. Another step is also to discover your gifts. To discover your gifts. Many people, this is where a lot of people are just, Dr. Miles Monroe said, and it's one of the things that I love so much and also serve as a compass to my life. He said that one of the richest place on the earth is not a gold mine. It's not all of that. He said that it is the graveyard, because a lot of persons died with their potentials not discovered. Yes. You get it? It's very, very, it's a painful truth, but that's the truth. You see, youths and all of that, not many people really have discovered their purpose, and many people do not really care. Yes. That is the most dangerous part. If you've not discovered and you're on your way to discovering, or you are doing something to discover it, it's a different thing. But when you see people that really do not care, you see youth rise up in the day, they don't care, they don't want to do anything, they don't want to learn anything, they don't want to, why am I here? They just feel the reason why they are here is to wear clothes, dress, eat, and, we'll find a means. You see, discovering yourself. God told Jeremiah in the book of Jeremiah from chapter 1, from verse 1 to, if you read to 8, he mentioned to him, he said, from your mother's womb, he said, I know you, I ordained you to be a prophet. So it means God have plans and purpose and gift that he has given to each and every of us. For instance, there are persons that they sing better, they sing good, but they don't really care about it, because they've not really sit down to it. They didn't see it as a gift that can, that can reward them, or they can use to serve God. You understand that? Yeah. Or that can also make them relevant, which is dangerous for somebody to, it's a state of identity crisis. Yes, it's a state of identity crisis. It's very, very painful, but that's the truth. A lot of persons do not really care. They don't really care. Just want to be like, you see people wake up at any time. You see, I think for every youth, there should be a time that if you wake up late, there is something that quickly rush into your mind. That's one of the ways that for you to know that you are really in line of fulfilling your purpose. You get it now? If you wake up and in the morning you just wake up and on the bed you are just scratching your head and be like, it's morning again, and for you to know that you are living a life that is productive and a life that is full of urgency, that is meaningful, is immediately you wake up, what comes to your mind first for the next 30 seconds to 1 minute? If nothing flashes into your mind, you get it now. Nothing comes like, come on, I'm waking up by this time. Hope I'm not miss out on the time to do this. Okay, what am I supposed to do? What was I thinking about before I slept? If you didn't have all those thoughts that are very important and useful run into your mind, then you are not living a life that is useful. Yeah. But here we see some people, they wake up and it's not more meditation, nothing. They just wake up and they're just rolling on the bed, pick their phone, and looking for, which is very common this day, but very disastrous, looking for the next post to share, something to And many people just think because you say up and grateful, or up and thankful on their status, it also means that they are starting their life useful. No, what really comes to mind, you get it now? Discovering your gift, your potentials is very important. And another way is also to refine it. Yes. The next one is to refine it. When you find it, you need to learn to refine it.
Yes.
Some people that find it, not many, some that find it really don't refine it. They do not refine it. And any gift that is not refined will not be used, or let me say will not be so much used. Let me say the potential of it, you get it now, will not be deployed to the maximum.
Yes.
Yes, to the fullest. Thank you. So that is it. To refine that potential or that gift that you think you found, that which you believe that is the unique part of you. You get it? To refine it. If you're a musician, you need to learn more. If you are an artist, you need to learn more. If you are let me say, you're a business person, you don't just say, okay, I buy the bag. Okay, it's bag that I start buying. Okay, I buy it and I sell it and I make profit. No, there should be something about it that other people can come to learn. Yes, and this is one of the things that also the Igbo people do. They don't just know business. You see, but they can also teach it. You see that they can also teach it. But a lot of business people today, they don't know how to teach it. You get it? That's because they themselves, they've not learned it. They just believe, okay, it's all about profit. And it's not just all about profit. It's how can your business survive certain period and all of that. You see, when you can't teach something, it also means you've not learned it. And whatever you've not learned, it means you are guessworking. You get it now? You are just guessing around it. That means there's no sustainability in your results. Your results, it cannot be easily replicated. You understand now? So discovering is one, but also refining it is another. You get it? Refining it give you assurance. It's more like a sure bet that, okay, since I know this now, it means I can replicate it anyway. There are certain persons that it's not about luck. That wherever they are, that thing that they are doing, once they have the opportunity to do it again, the attention of the world will zoom at them again. Why? Because they refine themselves. Because there is virtually no field or anything you are doing with your life or around your life that nobody is doing.
Yes.
There are already millions, you get it, at least doing that thing. So how do you think you'll be different from others? There's millions and let's say billion, or let's say million to be of maybe schools that are being established and all of that. So you will not see that, okay, these things are not active. There are always persons already there. You get it? There's nowhere you want to go. There's nothing you want to do. But what will make you to be different from others is how refined you are, how unique you are. You get it now? How that people can come to you and they don't regret coming. That people can meet you anywhere. I want to cite an example of, there's this guy that does Hard Knocks. You get it? Yes, School of Hard Knocks. Thank you. I love watching him so much. One of the things that I found about all his content is that all the rich people, and what he does is he interview all the rich people, he just reach out to them and just have brief interviews with them. So one of the things I found out with all the interviews I've been watching is that none of those rich people that he interviewed that are dumb. You get it? They know something. Because when they open their mouth and they're talking, you will know they know things. Either they are believers or not. But you will know that these people, they really know something. They are not just good at guess their way there. They can tell you how they got there. And they can also tell you how others can get there if they will follow. You get it now? So that means there is no luck in life. There is just people that have learned. You get it now? And people that have not refined themselves. So this is how one can discover its purpose, and not just to discover it, but also to deploy it.
So thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you for the privilege.